Alright, hey, what's up, guys? So, I recorded this once, but then the soundtrack went really far off, so I guess I'll record it again. Today was day two, and basically, morning happened. I was planning on going for the walk in the morning, but it didn't happen just because I'm not feeling lazy, but I had some other work I had to get done at home. So, took care of that. And checked in at 11 o'clock. Took pills at 11:15. You know, the usual 3 Decadron, 2 Zofran, and 1 Reglan. Except for the fact that since today is a Bleo day for me, which for me it occurs on 2, 9, and 16. Other people it can occur on 1, 8, and 15. Both are okay standard protocols. They both go by NCCN guidelines. But, today was mine. Today was day two. So they pre medicate with me with Tylenol also. And so what this pre medication with Tylenol does is for 24 hours afterwards, I keep taking Tylenol in order to prevent the Bleo chills and the Bleo fever. And this fever can get really, really bad, all the way up to 105. Remember the rule. Golden rule is if you ever have a fever over 100.5 during chemotherapy, you're going straight to the emergency room. And when you get to the emergency room, you always have to tell them that you are a chemotherapy patient or an oncology patient. And that way they can at least isolate you or put you into a quarantine zone. Because all those guys in there in the emergency room have germs on them, and you don't want that because that increases your risk of infection. So to avoid all that, they put you on, they pre-medicate you with Tylenol, and then for the next 24 hours after, every 6 hours you're going to take Tylenol. If you don't have if you don't have Tylenol with you, basically any kind of extra strength acetaminophen will work. It's the active drug in Tylenol. So let's see. I got out of that, and I get out of chemo at around 4:16, and turns out my friends decided that a couple of them felt like going to Boomers, which if you guys don't have it there, it's an amusement park, and they were going out there at 5. So I was like, all right, yeah, sure, I'll come out. I eat a little bit because remember you always want to eat small meals throughout the day, and I head out to Boomers at around 5 o'clock with one friend. I'm not driving at this point. I don't trust myself to drive during the rough week of chemotherapy. It's not just it's not for any particular reason. I just think it's a bad idea just because you're going to be a little bit tireder than usual no matter what, even though I'm still feeling at roughly 90-95%. It's just, you don't want a late reaction time to do something bad, you know? So, we were there, right? And in case you don't know what Boomers is, it's got mini golf, it's got laser tag, it's got unlimited video games, it's got, right? Let's see, what else? Go karts. It's like we were just kind of enjoying ourselves, having a good time, chilling the 8 of us. And yeah, that was that. I was there from 5 to 10, came home at 10, and then just came through. If you're not feeling up for something like that, walk for half an hour, walk for an hour, do what you have to do. I would recommend at least half an hour of activity per day. It's what it takes just so your metabolism doesn't slow down. Remember, your bed is for bedtime. Trust me on this. If you get addicted to sitting in your bed all day, it will make the rest of the cycle rougher. The more fun you have during the actual chemotherapy sessions, not the actual sessions, but like the actual chemotherapy session days, and by fun I mean activity fun, the more likely you are to recover faster because your metabolism's higher. And the same stuff I've mentioned in the day one post. Um, see after that, my next Tylenol hit will be at 11 p.m. I went 11 a.m., 5 p.m., 11 p.m., 5 a.m. Don't ever forget to wake up in the middle of the night for that 5 a.m. Pill. It's very important that you do. Just because you never want to risk it, you know? There are stories of people um, to have, who've had bleo fevers and bleo chills later in their cycle, just as the medication is built up. But at the same time, it's unlikely. So just be careful, okay? That's the key to all this. And also, I use Purell. I don't wash my hands in public areas just because you never know. It's not worth the risk. Purell works beautifully, especially with my IV thing. Because with the IV thing, one of the problems is that with the IV thing is I can't get it wet because otherwise I have to head to the ER. Whenever you have a problem, you pretty much head to the ER. I haven't had any yet, so no ER trips yet. But you have to head to the ER because if it's wet, it becomes a very easy spot for bacteria, and my IV points there, and yeah. So basically, One way to sanitize yourself is using Purell. I would carry this with you at all times. I do myself. That way, whenever you feel the need, like you touch a golf club, you Purell. You play a video game, Purell. You just keep doing it over and over and over again. It doesn't dry out your hands that bad, and yeah, it's nice. Water will dry out your hands fast, and so will the soap, and it can be an irritant. And plus, in a public restroom, never know what to trust. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much my day. As you can tell, I'm kind of doing okay. The entire reason I'm doing this on video instead of actually typing it out is because I want you guys to be able to see how my mood changes, how my tone changes, how my facial expressions change over the next 21 days, but the next 7 or 8 days is gonna be the most intense because if my mood will deteriorate each day. It's just the way it is. How much nausea and fatigue I'm having. If I had to rate yesterday as a 1, I would rate today as a 2 on nausea. If I had to rate yesterday as a 1 on fatigue, I would rate today as a 1 on fatigue. And it's going to differ for everyone else. It could jump to 4 or 5 or 6 tomorrow. You never know. But I'm hoping it won't, considering how active I'm being. And I'm not pushing myself to the limit. My friends are out right now, kind of having fun, but I'm not going to overexert myself. There's a limit. Just remember that. And so, yeah, the reason I'm doing this on video is so that you guys can see exactly what the facial expression looks like on day 2 versus day 5. It's a huge difference. And, yeah. All right. I'll see you guys later. Bye.